We back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
You know the love's real when it's been 2 months since I uploaded and I got one of my most popular videos on my return. Y'all real as fuck for that, man. So you know I had to come back with some more heat. I ran the poll. Y'all wanted Poirier versus Michael Chandler. So that's what I'm going to be giving y'all today. Y'all knew this fight was gonna be hype as soon as it was announced. You got Michael Chandler, who never ceases to disappoint in that octagon, always has an entertaining fight. And you also got Dustin the Diamond Poirier, who has easily the best resume of a non-undisputed champion, which is kind of unfortunate, but he's still a bad man. And he proves it here. This fight was definitely one for the ages. So the fight starts and it kind of begins as like a little scouting out process for the both of them. They're both really trying to establish that range early. Not really that much strikes are being thrown here except this Michael Chandler leg kick and this hard whiff on Dustin Poirier's end. Nothing really crazy was happening until Michael Chandler hits him with this mean ass cross. Michael Chandler was really doing his best impression of me with that shit. Dustin wasn't gonna let that slide, so he goes for a left hook, but my boy Michael Chandler just completely weaves that shit like he Ultra Instinct or something. And then he goes for this kick, which was good. But then this motherfucker just starts spamming them shits like this is a Street Fighter combo. This dude really thought spamming kicks was gonna work. This man was fodder like my little cousin when he boxed. Then Michael Chandler goes for this weak-ass takedown attempt. My takedown timing is better than that. A couple seconds later, he actually starts cooking up a little something with this barrage, but it's not really doing nothing too crazy. Poirier really just sitting here and letting this shit slide. But then this motherfucker start pulling up his shorts, so that's how you know he about to be on 10. He lets loose a little calf kick and a cross, but Mike wasn't having that. So he shoots for the takedown and then leaves him in the opening and just starts freaking going dummy on him, just straight beating his ass. Getting up for them weak-ass kicks earlier. He continues to just fucking hit him with hella haymakers and then just fucking takes his ass down to the ground. He's just laying on bro, going for a Kimura. But Dustin get right out of that shit. So Mike Chandler really just trying to like wrestle fuck him. Like he just like cross sniffing at the finest, trying to do his best Khabib Nurmagomedov impression. Dustin trying really hard to get up. And once he gets on his feet, the first thing Mike Chandler does is hit him with this WWE ass suplex. He definitely could have executed it better because I know his head hurting from landing on it. But Dustin ends up getting right out of that shit and hits him with a little two-piece combo. Mike Chandler tried to counter with a kick, but Dustin Poirier just parried that shit and hit him with another cross. This next sequence was actually like a really good move from Dustin. He baits Michael Chandler right into the cage and has that easy, like, dominant position where he could just start throwing. But then it just comes into this back and forth haymaker sequence between the two of them, and it was pretty clean. After Dustin rocked the fuck out of Michael Chandler, he gets back up, and they just start going back and forth. And then now we got Dustin in this dominant position, kind of like how Michael Chandler was earlier. And that's basically the round. So Michael Chandler clearly won that round. It was a pretty close, like they were going back and forth. Both had their moments, but Mike Chandler just kind of like separated himself with a takedown and the Kimura attempt. Like he was going in. And so was Dustin, but not at Mike Chandler's level. So in the beginning of the second round, Mike Chandler actually baits him to the cage again and hits him with another takedown and just starts freaking dominating him on the ground. And that's basically what he did for the majority of the round. He was just on his ass the entire time. He wouldn't even let Dustin get a chance. Mans literally was getting wrestle fucked for 5 minutes. That round was a lot more clear for Michael Chandler. He was just literally on him the entire time. Like they weren't even throwing like that. So in the third round, Dustin Poirier finds an opening for a head kick and takes it and starts to go in for a low combo, but Michael Chandler prevents it with the takedown attempt. Then Michael Chandler goes for this weak-ass gassed out combo and then goes for a weak-ass takedown. But he quickly makes up for it by grabbing Poirier, picking his ass up, and then slamming his ass on the ground. But then bro got his ass reversed, and then Dustin Poirier just starts beating his fucking ass. Now Poirier has a back mount and is trying to secure a choke on Michael Chandler. And he secures that shit and just starts fucking choking his ass out. He's like trying desperately to get out that shit. He had a tap like a fucking bitch. And Dustin the Diamond Poirier secured himself a win. Now he's set to face Justin Gaethje for the vacant BMF title. Me personally, I'm going with Gaethje, but that fight's gonna be freaking amazing.
Fuck that shit, let's go. Ain't no blood shit around this bitch, but I'm still dead wrong, I know. I don't got no calculator for my calculations, I've been counting down slow. I just put the pieces up from all the flower petals, shawty hated me more.